Now, what is the crack, everybody? Jeez, of course, as soon as I start filming, there's a now helicopter in the sky. So if you are new to this channel and you are watching this from Garage Goals Ireland page, I'm Ian Grant. I do YouTube videos on cars and trucks and all sorts of stuff. I live out in the country and I think there's a chopper out looking to see if anyone's burning rubbish. Anyway, about a year ago, I got this built, and ever since I got it built, I've been wanting to do the floor. And now this isn't a paid advertisement or anything like that. This is, I genuinely bought Garage Goals floor tiles because I really wanted them. So Keith's going to be here now any minute, I'd imagine, I hope, if he's not late. So Keith's coming up. He is the main man behind Garage Goals Ireland, and he kits the whole place out for you. So I'm going to show you what I have lurking inside here. There's nothing in it anymore. I cleared it all out this morning. Usually that lives in it during the winter months, and then it comes out in the summer. So we'll show you around my garage that I just got built. It was finished last July, so yeah, just over a year finished. And it's a 30 foot by 20 foot garage, 13 foot tall, Malone sheds if you are interested in getting one done. So I'm getting it decked out in the floor tiles today. I'm still waiting for my electrician to come in and fix all the lights, and Keith is actually going to supply the Hexigrid lights for the roof of it. So we'll talk about that a bit later on, and before Keith gets here I'm going to show you around and we'll have a look inside. So let's go. So I've got twin electric roller doors, but I'm working off an extension lead at the minute. There's some just abandoned wheels. So here we go. This is what we're playing with. So people are going to ask, why would you get the tiles? Why would you go for the plastic floor tiles instead of getting maybe an epoxy floor, or maybe just putting floor tiles down, or any other differences? Basically, because you can see here, I'm going to stay in here because that little Fiesta over there is leaking coolant. So I want to cover the floor where that if the car does leak, it'll drip straight down to the concrete and I won't see it on the tiles. And another thing is, you can lift the tiles up. They're kind of like Lego. They're like literally putting together Lego, and you can lift them up. If one gets damaged, you can replace them. The tiles themselves, I think, are only like €3 each. I'm not exactly sure on the price. Keith will tell me now later on. But I just want to tidy this up. This looks crap, to be honest with you. And look, it's literally, the concrete's only fresh enough, and there's tire marks on it. There's like, I like my tire shine, so there's bits and pieces of tire shine everywhere. And I just want to tidy it up, and I want the Hexigrid lights on top so we can illuminate. And basically I'm going to have a podcast studio in here probably later on this year once I get all this crap sorted out. So yeah, this room is going to be used for many purposes other than just being a garage, you know. So we're going to get the two doors. There's like edges, special edges for the ramps to come in, and then there's a special edge for garage doors on the side. So Keith will walk us through all this later on. I said I'd just come out here and show you what we're dealing with first before Keith comes out here, and he's gonna be taking on more than he could chew. Now I'm not sure if Keith does just the supply and fit. I'll have to ask him all these questions. So all the questions that you would need to know when you're getting the plastic floor tiles down, I'm going to ask Keith here now, and he'll walk us through the whole lot. And we're literally going to put it down ourselves. Myself and Keith are going to do the whole floor ourselves. Apparently you can do it all yourself at home. You don't need anyone, or you don't need any special equipment to do it. You just need to have two hands and not like take off your fingers like I do. And there's my other hand. There's no plaster on that one. So I'm not very good at coordination, so that's what all the stick is. So Keith has landed on site here now. He's actually started the job straight away, and he's actually a quarter of the way into it already. These are so simple to fit. This is the tiles here themselves. We'll show you what are the tiles. So this is the grey tile. As you can see, they're about 4 or 5 mil thick. Very durable. They don't bend, they don't crack or anything like that. They're grooved as well, so any liquids or dust or anything like that just slides through the gaps and go straight onto the concrete floor. So it's ideal if you're valeting or you're cleaning cars or anything like that, that there's no dust raising off the floor, and then maybe once a month you could lift them and then hoover the dust out underneath them. But they're ideal. They kind of work as a grit guard like they do in a 2-stage wash. And yeah, that's down there. So I've gone with this colour light grey here, black and blue to kind of match in with my little Fiesta here. So yeah, very happy with my choice. Keith's ploughing away here. Keith working hard there now today. Keith, one of the main questions people ask you, do you supply and fit them?
We do, yeah. You supply and fit, or if you want to fit it yourself, we can just supply them for you.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
And how many colours would you have in stock? Would this be the more common size? You go for black and greys and stuff like that?
Yeah, black and dark grey be your most common colours, yeah. And then you've got border colours, so we have a choice of 19 colours at the minute. And there's more to come as well.
Oh, brilliant, happy days. Right, so Keith, what's another of your most frequently asked questions about fitting the tiles?
I suppose how you cut them, you know, if you do a bit of cutting in around the edges. But the answer to that is just fairly simple. Any carpentry tool, so I use the likes of that table saw for me kind of straight cuts, then you can use for if you have intricate cuts around bolts and that like that, like similar to what's over here. You can use the likes of a sabre saw. Really easy to cut. You just mark the tile and any carpentry tool, skill saw, jigsaws.
Yeah, we'll film that now in a second just so people can understand what we exactly we'll be doing, because on the shed I have here, it's actually bolted straight into the concrete, so we've got a few intruding bolts coming through the frame, and I asked Keith nicely, could we cover up the bottom half of the frame just so I can't see the joint on the floor, and Keith's doing it. So even the likes of down here, we're going to be cutting around the electric pipe that's coming in for the feed, and just all around the edges and stuff like that. So Keith was saying that you basically base your edge first, don't you, and then you work your way around it then, is it?
Yeah, so what I've done here is I've just laid out the shape of the floor just to make sure everything's, so I've lined everything up. So we've 2 blue border boxes going in, and then what I've done is, you see these gaps, I'll just leave the cutting in till the end then, so get the shape of the floor, then I'll go around each section that needs to be cut, mark the tiles, and then just slot them in. They're really easy to slot, even when the tiles are down. It's really easy to slot it in. Then it's just a case of lifting one of the tiles and slotting it in. So
you can literally do this yourself at home if you're handy with a saw.
Easy.
And most people wouldn't have bolts coming out of the floor. They wouldn't have things to cut around. They'd usually just want a square in the middle of the floor. So this is literally how simple it is to fit them.
That's it. One tile there.
So, but the only thing is, I haven't hands to do anything great with them, so I asked Keith to come up and go them down for me. So Keith's doing his thing.
I should be using a rubber mallet, but my hands are just used to it at this stage.
I got asked this, if you had asked I would have given one. I think I have one.
I know.
Here, hang on.
Put my hands there.
I actually do have one. There, look. There you go. Right, so Keith's just showing us here that if you put a wrong tile in, you're wondering, like, they click together, so is it going to be...
That's how easy they come up.
You just don't pull them too hard in case you break the edges off, but it's very hard to break the edges in these Keith, isn't it?
Very robust now,
and people are probably always wondering as well, you can find cheap fakes of these tiles on certain websites.
It's like anything, you know, it's just...
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for, you know, it's... there is different qualities in the plastics and in the connectors as well, you know, but it's like anything you buy, a car or car parts, the spurious models to everything, you know. But just before you buy, just what I'd recommend is just buying a sample of any website you buy off. Samples are available on our website as well, and we can send them down free to you, no problem at all. But my advice would be to make sure you compare the tiles before you buy. They might look the same, but they might not have the same qualities.
And I can tell you as myself here, when you pick one of them up, the weight of the tile, they're actually a really heavy tile and really thick, and there's not much, there's a bit of flex in them so that they can bend and click together, but like they're solid tiles. Like you can see yourself here, I'll pull one out of a box here. That's how thick they are. You can see the mould of them is perfect. And with some of the fake ones, some of the tiles aren't exactly the same size compared to these ones. These are all identical size, no flaws in them whatsoever. And another thing you have to think about when you're buying these tiles is that Keith here has to stand over them, so they all come warranted. If you have a problem with your tiles, Keith will fix them or replace them or do whatever he has to do to make sure that you're 100% happy with the job. There's stuff absolutely everywhere here, but I can't wait till it's all in now later on and we can tie it all up and get the cars in, see what it looks like. What do you think? She's fucking pretty pissed about that. That's the finished product there now from Garage Goals. If you need any of your floor tiles, get on to Keith there. Oh, it's some job, look at that. And we even got the van inside for the final shot now. We did just wash and polish the van, but the rain didn't hold up. What a job. Oh, that is deadly. Delighted with that. Keith, thank you very much. So again, thanks a million to Keith. Absolutely stellar service. I'm delighted with it. I'm absolutely delighted with it. So nearly there with the garage build, but yeah, follow Garage Goals on everything: Facebook, Instagram. I'll leave all their links below. And thanks a million. Keith's top man, knows what he's talking about. Fitted it all in here in a couple of hours. To be honest, probably could have been done quicker, but we're talking all day, so it took a little while longer. But yeah, absolutely delighted with the finish, the new home for the Fiesta, and yeah, delighted. Absolutely brilliant. The toys look brilliant. So yeah, happy man. I'm going to enjoy a few Guinness now. Have a nice evening, everybody. See you all again next week.